Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lane's Veterinary Pharmacy, Horse Sense, Keeneland, Lane's End, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Ramsey Farm, Sally Horse Fans, and Shadwell Farm.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring graded stakes action from Saratoga and Del Mar, including a photo finish in the Grade 1 Travers Stakes and a record-setting performance in the Grade 1 Pacific Classic. We begin with sprinting fillies and mares at Saratoga in the Grade 1 Ballerina Stakes. California Invader Book Review at 3-2, a slight favorite over Dance to Bristol. Tom Durkin has the call.
Up the backstretch, and Classic Point's in front. Classic Point the leader. Fantasy of Flight a second, Glorious View to their outside as Dance to Bristol is rating back and forth behind a 23 flat opening quarter mile. Farther back, Moment of Dixie moves out to be fifth on the outside of Villanesca, now sixth at the rail. Book Review starting to get underway now. There goes Vic Review. She slips through on the inside and now moves to the outside of Villanesca, 5 lengths from the front. In the meantime, Dance to Bristol is also moving too with a sharp and bold move on the far outside. Book Review is going to follow Dance to Bristol into the stretch. Off the turn, into the stretch now. Classic Point clinging desperately to the lead. Dance to Bristol there on the outside. Fantasy of Flight, then Villanesca. Book Review is fourth with 1 furlong to go. Dance to Bristol. Book Review still running at her as they come to the final 100 yards. Dance to Bristol trying to hold off the oncoming Book Review. And here's the wire, and it is Dance to Bristol. The redoubtable filly has just won her 7th race in a row.
Dance to Bristol outfinishes Book Review by a head to continue her winning streak. Xavier Perez aboard in 123 flat. After finishing second in her seasonal debut, Dance to Bristol has rolled to 7 consecutive wins, including 5 stakes victories. The 4-year-old filly by Speightstown was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. David Garner and was a $42,000 2-year-old. Trained by Ollie Figgins III, Dance to Bristol has earned $920,000 for Susan Watts. Saratoga Stakes action is presented by Warrendale Sales. Be sure to stop by the Warrendale consignment at the Keeneland September and November sales to find your next graded stakes winner or stakes producer. To Del Mar for the Grade 2 Pat O'Brien Stakes. Golden Sense, the 9-10 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Into the turn they go now. Along the inside we have Golden Sense. Golden Sense has now taken a narrow advantage as they kick past the 3/8 pole. No Silent tries to go with him. Then back to Majestic City, Handsome Mike. On the inside, Gonna Fly Now. Gonna Fly Now moves into contention. Great Hot, Wine Police is in there too. Then Batty Man and Fed Biz and Drill. They're at the top of the lane and Golden Sense takes the lead. Golden Sense keeps for home now. Being chased home by Gonna Fly Now on the inside. Also in the centres, Majestic City's in with a shot. Late run from Fed Biz. Golden Sense hanging on. Fed Biz flying. Fed Biz coming to get him. Fed Biz, Golden Sense. Fed Biz got him. Fed Biz and Martin Garcia up to win it.
Fed Biz rallies to defeat Golden Sense by a length. Martin Garcia aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in track record time of 121 flat. The 5th consecutive winner of the Pat O'Brien for trainer Bob Baffert, who has now won this race on 7 occasions. Winner of the Grade 2 San Fernando Stakes in his seasonal debut, Fed Biz was coming off a 4th place finish in the Grade 1 Eddie Reed Stakes on turf. The 4-year-old colt by Giants Causeway was bred in Kentucky by Colts Neck Stables and was a $950,000 Keeneland September yearling from the Lanes End consignment. Fed Biz has earned $540,000 for Kaleem Shaw Incorporated. Next, the Grade 2 Del Mar Mile on turf. Last year's winner, obviously, the odds-on favorite at 30 cents on the dollar. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
3/8 of a mile to go, and obviously now kicks for home. And obviously in front by a length, El Commodore trying to cling to him second, then Silentio. He Be Fire and Ice running a big one. Here's the grey, He Be Fire and Ice coming after them. Homeward bound and obviously fully stretched today, leads it just over a length. He Be Fire and Ice, Silentio coming home gamely on the outside. Obviously he's holding on. He Be Fire and Ice and Silentio chase. Obviously digs deep. Obviously had a call on all his class today, but he got there.
Odds-on favorite Obviously holds off He Be Fire and Ice by half a length. Joe Talamo aboard in 132 3. The third consecutive graded stakes victory for the consistent turf star, who has been in the money in 15 of 16 lifetime starts. The Irish-bred 5-year-old gelding by Choisir is trained by Mike Mitchell. Obviously has earned $968,000. The winner is owned by Anthony Fanicola and Joseph Scardino. Obviously paid $260 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Personal Ensign Stakes coming up in this segment. But we begin with the Grade 2 Del Mar Handicap on turf. Vagabond Shoes, the 2-1 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
They've taken closer order as they go into the turn. Mr. T-Bird now ridden along to try to shake loose, but Fire with Fire is going with him. Old Time Hockey just needs room. Huntsville on the far side. Still Vagabond Shoes threatening to run a big one though. Vagabond Shoes fifth, just waiting to be let loose now, and Lucayan needs somewhere to run from behind. Top of the lane now, Mr. T-Bird, Fire with Fire. Huntsville is right there. Then we have Old Time Hockey, and let's see on the outside, Vagabond Shoes has now given his head, and Vagabond Shoes comes flying. Huntsville running a huge one on the inside. Lucayan is finishing gamely along the inside as well. Vagabond Shoes in front. Lucayan flying. Vagabond Shoes smartly ridden. Vagabond Shoes won it ahead to Lucayan.
The favorite Vagabond Shoes gets up to defeat Lucayan by half a length. Victor Espinosa aboard in 2:11 4. A multiple group stakes winner in France, Vagabond Shoes gets his first stakes victory in North America. The John Sadler trainee was coming off a runner-up finish in the Grade 1 Eddie Reed Stakes. The Irish-bred 6-year-old gelding by Bear Hollow is owned by Ronus Racing. Vagabond Shoes has earned $425,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year. To Saratoga for turf fillies and mares in the Grade 2 Boston Spa Stakes. Hungry Island at 5-2, a slight favorite over Laughing. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
Laughing the leader now by a length. Pianist comes back for more on the outside. Laughing and Pianist head-to-head for the lead. Hard Not to Like right there and behind them. Hard Like Tonight now, making a 3-wide move as they come to the top of the stretch. And Somali Lemonade is in full flight too. And Hungry Island's just in behind the lead. And Center Court down toward the inside. Coming into the final furlong. Laughing and Pianist. Pianist and Laughing. Nothing between those two for the final 1/8 of a mile. Hard Not to Like, well behind in third. They're coming down to the finish. Laughing and Pianist nip and tuck as they come to the wire. And Laughing's got the lead. And Laughing has got the BALLSTON Spa.
Frontrunner Laughing wins the duel with Pianist by a neck. Jose Lascano up in 140 1. Laughing has won 3 graded stakes in 3 starts this year, including the Grade 1 Diana Stakes earlier in the meeting. The Irish-bred 5-year-old mare by Dan Seeley is trained by Alan Goldberg. Laughing has earned nearly $819,000 for Richard Santulli. Fillies and mares over the main track at the Spa in the Grade 1 Personal Ensign Handicap. Royal Delta, the 1-2 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
The half is up in 46 3/5 seconds. Taxing fractions for the front runner here. Royal Delta as they move into the far turn. Still clear by a length. And now Authenticity is making her move. And there she goes now, second on the outside. On Fire Baby is tailed off on the third. It's another 10 back to open water and centering. They're midway around the far turn. Royal Delta's run 3/4 in 1:10.3 and leads by 2 as they approach the quarter pole. Authenticity has been in a drive, but is still second as the field turns for home. Farther back, it's On Fire Baby third. Centering just starting to get underway, but it comes wide off the turn. 3/16 out now. Mike Smith says go with Royal Delta, and she is going indeed. Going to open up a 5-length lead here. And Authenticity runs in second as they come down to the finish. Here is a champion on display. Royal Delta, geared down in the final yards of the personal ensign, and adds another grade 1 to a stellar resume.
Royal Delta rolls to a 4.5-length victory over Authenticity. The Keeneland South graduate under high weight of 124 pounds and Mike Smith in 148-1. The 10th graded stakes victory and the 6th grade 1 triumph for the 2-time champion. The Belmont trainee was a 10 3/4 length winner of the grade 1 Delaware handicap in her latest. The 5-year-old mare by Empire Maker was bred in Kentucky by Pallades Investments. Bessie Lou Stables acquired her for a record $8.5 million at the 2011 Keeneland November sale. Royal Delta has banked $4.6 million. Mike Smith with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. The Lanes End Stallion of the Week is the 2-time Horse of the Year Keeneland, the only second crop sire to sire a 2013 Classic winner. Lanes End bred and sold Palace Malice, winner of the Belmont Stakes. Currently third on the sophomore sire list, Keeneland has 3 stakes winners and an additional 6 stakes place performers. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Travers Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Test Stakes. Undefeated California sensation Sweet Lulu, the 9-5 favorite in her stakes debut. Tom Durkin has the call.
The opening quarter, 22 1/5 seconds. A wicked duel has developed here between the fleet-footed Californian Sweet Lou on the outside and Baby J down toward the rail. Wildcat Lily just outside them, hovering in third. Then it's a break of another 3.5 lengths back to So Many Ways, now fourth. Lighthouse Bay, My Happy Face is launching a bid. After a half mile, there was a scorching 44 4/5 seconds. They're moving toward the top of the stretch. Sweet Lulu and Wildcat Lily, 1-2 at the quarter pole. Baby J down toward the inside. My Happy Face is spun 7 wide into the stretch. At the top of the stretch, Sweet Lulu and Wildcat Lily head-to-head for the lead. Lighthouse Bay and So Many Ways. On the far outside, My Happy Face in the final furlong. It's Lily and Lulu down the stretch in the test. Wildcat Lily on the outside, Sweet Lulu down toward the rail. My Happy Face getting on track late. It's going to be 3-horse photo finish. A photo that goes to Sweet Lulu.
Sweet Lulu takes it by a head over Wildcat Lily. Julianne Leparoux aboard the Keeneland South graduate in 123-2. Impressive winner of her first 3 starts over synthetic tracks in Southern California, Sweet Lulu improves her record to 4 for 4. The filly by Mr. Greeley was bred in Kentucky by Gainesway Thoroughbreds Limited and was a $270,000 Keeneland September yearling. Trained by Jerry Hollendorfer, Sweet Lulu has earned $411,000 for Stephen Benito. Sprinting 3-year-olds at the Spa in the Grade 1 Kings Bishop Stakes. 40 Tails, the 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
22-1 was the opening quarter mile. As the field rounds the far turn and heads to the top of the stretch, they got a half in an eye-popping 44 3/5 seconds, and Mentor Kane rolls into the stretch with the lead. No Distinction is now second on the outside, and right there he bumped with Majestic Hussar. Mentor Kane arrives at the 8th pole, and he's 3 lengths clear. Majestic Hussar second on the inside. Here comes Capo Bastone with a bold late rally, and then farther back, Central Banker. Can Capo Bastone do it here? Yes, he did. A 28-1 shocker in the King's Bishop.
28-1 long shot Capo Bastone, the upset winner by 2 lengths over Mentor Kane. Erad Ortiz Jr. aboard in 122-1. Third in last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile, while trained by John Sadler, Capo Bastone was sent east to Todd Pletcher for his 3-year-old campaign. The colt by Street Boss was bred in Kentucky by Hargis and Sandra Sexton, Tom Bozarth, and Silver Fern Farm. a $175,000 OBS March 2-year-old Capo Bastone has earned nearly $660,000 for Eclipse Thoroughbred partners. That brings us to the Grade 1 Travers Stakes, featuring classic winners Orb and Palace Malice. But the 8-5 favorite was Verrazano. Tom Durkin has the call.
And they're off in the Travers. It was a good start for Romance down toward the inside. Moreno's coming up from mid-pack now and up and after the lead. Verrazano forwardly placed, and Johnny Velasquez immediately guides him out of harm's way to the outside. Under the line the first time. And the front runner here is a long shot. It is Moreno out there by a length. Romance down on the inside, runs along in second. Verrazano just off the lead on the outside, running along in third. Orb is fourth, and in between horses, Will Take Charge is fifth under a very easy pace in the early going here. And then it's Golden Stole. He's only about 7 lengths from the lead, followed by Transparent. Palace Malice has only one horse beaten, and that is War Dancer. The opening quarter mile was 24 2/5 seconds. So Moreno out there on a 2.5 length lead, 30-1, and the leader down the backstretch. Verrazano continues on the outside of Romance. Up the backstretch after a 48-4 opening half mile. The pace is slow to develop. Will Take Charge, and Orb, the Derby winner. Orb is now about 5.5 lengths from the lead. And then it's Golden Soul toward the inside, running along in sixth. Palace Malice, the Belmont winners, near the back of the pack today. And just in between horses there goes Transparent, and another 3 to War Dancer into the far turn. Moreno still there with a half mile to go. 3/4 up in 13-2. Verrazano on the outside. Orb will try to make his run through down toward the rail. Romance is in between horses now with less than 3 furlongs to go. Will Take Charge is only 3.5 lengths from the lead. Palace Malice is starting to get underway as the field comes to the quarter pole. Moreno and Orb is trying to come through on his inside. The field turns for home. Moreno wide off the turn, but he's still in front. Orb is charging at him now, and at the top of the stretch, it is Orb down toward the rail. Moreno finding on the outside. Romance is third. Will Take Charge is fourth. Moreno and Orb head-to-head. Palace Malice coming on the scene late, and then it's Will Take Charge. Moreno and Orb as they come down to the finish. Will Take Charge with the late surge. Will Take Charge is surging, and it's a photo finish. It's too close to call.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. It's 31-1 long shot Moreno trying to maintain the lead under Jose Ortiz. Orb and Jose Lascano starting to fade along the rail. And 9-1 Will Take Charge, and Luis Saez closing with every stride on the outside. And Will Take Charge gets up to take the photo by a nose. Orb is third, followed by Palace Malice. The Keeneland Sells graduate clocked in 2:02 3. Will Take Charge is the third Travers winner for Hall of Fame trainer D. Wayne Lukas, but his first since Thunder Gulch in 1995. Will Take Charge defeated his Lucas-trained stablemate and future Preakness Stakes winner Oxbow in the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes in March. And he was last seen finishing a closing second to Palace Malice in the Grade 2 Jim Dandy Stakes. The colt by Unbridled Song, out of multiple Grade 1 winner Take Charge Lady, was bred in Kentucky by Eaton. Will Take Charge has earned $1,265,000 for Willis Horton. The regally bred colt was consigned by Hillendale Sales Agency to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Horton for $425,000. Grade 1 Travers Stakes winner Will Take Charge, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by Remard's total line of equine products featuring total gut health for total gastrointestinal health of the stomach and hind gut. For further information, please log on to remardinc.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Del Mar for the 23rd running of the Grade 1 Pacific Classic. The field included 2-time race winner Richard's Kid and last year's winner Dullahan, but the 8-5 favorite was Game On Dude. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
All set now for the $1 million TVG Pacific Classic. There's the roar from the Del Mar crowd. They sent on their way. Holding Glory had a spot of trouble after the start. The long shot endorsement sets off for the lead. Game On Dude, beautiful though. Game On Dude crossing over, lovely now in the blue cap, and he'll go to the front. Meanwhile, Delegations racing wide out. Delegations halfway out in the track here. Doesn't appear to be lugging out. It looks like it was intentional. but he certainly went wide early. He's now dropping in. Blue Skies and Rainbows in fourth, then by Rama, Holding Glory. Farage has settled down in the 7th spot, 6 off them. The pace very honest early on. You Know I Know scrapes the paint. Doulahan's giving them 8-length start. On the outside, Geronimo. Then we come back to Richard's Kid, who's now back second last, and Kettle Corn is last. 12 lengths would cover the lot. On to the backstretch they go, and Game On Dude, nice and relaxed. Long rain out here. Game On Dude got it all his own way. He leads a length and a quarter. Delegation is tracking from second. Behind that is Endorsement and Blue Skies and Rainbows. 2 long shots, third and fourth. Here's the filly by Rama in the 5th spot, been followed by Farage. Geronimo is going for an early run. He's 5 wide, but Geronimo now moving up third. In comes Kettle Corn, only 6 off the lead now. Holding Glory going to try to find room at the rail. You Know I Know. Doulahan is last. Doulahan last with 3/8 of a mile to go. On the outside, Richard's Kid. They are coming to the quarter pole, and Game On Dude set sail for home. And it's Game On Dude being confidently ridden. He's clear by 3 big lengths at the top of the lane in the Pacific Classic. And it's all Game On Dude. Delegation, Geronimo behind that. Richard's Kid running on late. But this is total domination. We are looking at a walkover. Game On Dude, Martin Garcia and Bob Baffert romp in the Pacific Classic.
Game On Dude by Adina Spring Stallion Awesome Again powers home by a record-winning margin of 8.5 lengths over Kettle Corn. Martin Garcia getting back aboard the winner. The Keeneland Sales graduate clocked in 2 minutes and 3/5, a 109 brisk speed rating. Since finishing a dull 7th in last year's Breeders' Cup Classic, Game On Dude has won 6 consecutive graded stakes. The Bob Baffert trainee has easily captured signature Grade 1 events at the 3 major Southern California tracks this season. The 6-year-old gelding was bred in Kentucky by Adina Springs. It was acquired by his current connections as a 3-year-old. Game On Dude has won 13 graded stakes and has a bankroll of over $5.6 million. He's owned by Joe Torre's Diamond Pride, Lanny Family Trust, Mercedes Stable, and Bernie Schiappa. The best performance of the week, presented by Best PC Service. Contact Best PC Service for a free business consultation. We'll wrap up the Saratoga meeting with the Grade 1 Woodward Stakes next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is produced by John Henderson in association with Scott Ryan, Lexington, Kentucky.